stuff. And I want to talk about how awkward it is because I'm going through it. What's up, y'all? My name is Cinnamon. I am from Arizona. I am 23 and I am a beautiful mommy to a new 3-month-old baby boy. By the title, you already know what's going on, okay? Dad, please do not watch this. Knowing my father, he is nosy as hell, so he's probably gonna watch anyway, but no, oh well. I put it out there for everybody to see. We are talking about postpartum and sex, y'all. A very, very, very sensitive topic. Me, I'm an open book. Nothing really is awkward for me to talk about. So, talking about these things is fairly easy. But I just want to talk about some of my common struggles postpartum and with sex. No, sex is not the same after having a baby. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all those things change after having a baby. So I just kind of want to talk about what I'm going through as of now, 3 months postpartum. So obviously, after having a baby, your body does not just snap back. Maybe if you're a celebrity or something, or if you're lucky, you may. But me, I'm a bigger girl. I already knew I wasn't gonna snap back. I was gonna have some issues with my body. Now, when you're pregnant, your belly stretches all the way out to here, okay? You're gonna get stretch marks. You're gonna get stretch marks. For them girls that don't, I envy you because that ain't me. I thought because I had a little extra room, I got a little fat in my stomach, it's a little already stretched out, that I was gonna be clear in the zone. Not the case. Not the case at all. So with the stretch marks, physically, I am insecure about. So when I'm having sex, it's just something that's in my mind, constantly in my mind. Like, is Lucas, my fiance Lucas, is he looking at this? Is he judging my body from what it was before, Don't get me wrong, my body before wasn't all that popping, but after a baby, it's not like it got any better either. That's one of my most uncomfortable things is stretch marks. There are things you can do. Like I bought some stuff. I think it was Palmer's stretch mark like set. It had lotion, massage oil. It had all this stuff for your stretch marks. I used it for a little. I still kind of use it, but not consistently enough to where I would see a difference in my stretch marks. Do I want to start being consistent with that? Yes, I do. But I also want to have another baby. So I'm caught in between wanting to go to the gym and fix my body, but delaying that until I have my next baby, because what's the point? I have no motivation if I'm just going to get knocked up again. Emotionally, just knowing you had a baby and knowing how delicate your body is just something you have to get through. The doctor says that you have to wait 6 weeks until you and your partner can have sex. That wasn't the case for me either. I am a C-section mama, so I did not have a vaginal birth.
I can tell you, baby, but no kids came out of this cuckoo, baby. Not one.
So that definitely makes a big difference in sex. I felt like I was ready for sex immediately after because nothing came out my hoo-ha. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to go. But I didn't because I did have pain from my incision and I couldn't really bend certain places. So recovery was still a bit brutal. But when it came to sex, I was like, oh yeah, let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? So 4 weeks postpartum, I did have sex for the first time. And it just, something didn't feel right. I obviously we finished it out because it's just been so long. I didn't have sex for like the last 1 or 2 months of pregnancy, and then I didn't have sex 4 weeks after pregnancy. So it was about 3 months without it. I was just ready to go, ready to do it. But once we were getting to it and once it was over, I was like, am I supposed to feel this way? It's just awkward. Not really with my partner, my fiance Lucas, but awkward within myself. Like, I didn't feel as confident, so I couldn't really please my partner in a way to where it was reassuring, if that makes sense. Sex is much better when you have confidence. Sex is much better when you have a partner that you are in love with and have emotional connection to. So obviously I got the connection, you know what I'm saying? But physically, and mentally I just was not in it. So we kind of just had to stop, but I just really had to woosah because I was on the verge of crying because it just didn't feel the same, and I thought I was just gonna bounce right back, at least in the sex part of things. Fortunately, it has really made me put in perspective of how I can gain my confidence back during sex. Physically, the stretch marks, right? Mentally, it's like I have to constantly think about the baby. Sex and the baby, well, obviously you have to have sex to have a baby, but now that the baby's here, sex is the last thing on my mind. Kind of the same for Lucas too. Our priority is Ivy, my son Ivy, and he comes first. But the biggest difference now is that sex does feel much more rewarding, because when it was just me and Lucas, obviously we can have unlimited sex all the time, anywhere, any place. You know, not that we did, but you had that option, right? Because there's nothing holding you back from that. It's just you and him or whatever, and you just do it. No interruptions, no nothing. Now to have the baby, obviously I'm not going to be having sex in front of my baby. I'm going to wait till he's sleeping, or, you know, like not in front of him. So sex feels much more rewarding because it's almost like I had to work for it. You know what I'm saying? I have to work for it. I have to wait for it as well, because, you know, he's up at such random times. It's hard to predict when the next time we'll have sex again, you know? And it sucks because it seems like sometimes we have to plan it out. But I think that's also what plays into it being more rewarding. So yeah, that's kind of my update on how I'm feeling with postpartum sex. I haven't had sex currently in maybe in like a month, maybe a little over a month. It just hasn't really occurred. Me and Lucas been arguing. We just haven't been in the mood. But I have had sex a few times after birth, obviously. Excuse me. I'm still slowly gaining my confidence back. Lucas does help me. He compliments me. He touches me in a way to where I still feel loved and that my body is beautiful, but it's all me and it's all mental. So during sex, I just try to say, like, you know, this is your person. This is, you know, someone that you've been with for years. If he really is going to judge your body from having his baby, then, you know, maybe he's not the one for you. You know what I'm saying? No man that you had a baby with should ever, ever, ever say anything about your postpartum body. Disclaimer. Ever. Couldn't think of anything more disrespectful if Lucas would ever do that to me. I know a lot of guys, they don't like sex during pregnancy either, which I totally understand because there's a baby in here. Only imagine, and it's awkward. I can only imagine Lucas trying to stick, you know what I'm saying, trying to do that, and, you know, all we can think about is the baby moving around. I can literally feel the baby moving around as I'm having sex, so I understand the cringiness of having sex while pregnant, so I wasn't really tripping off of that. At first I was really hurt because Lucas didn't want to be as sexual with me while pregnant, especially when I had the big belly, and we still needed that type of intimacy too, so we didn't totally cancel it out. We had some form of sexual intimacy. It, y'all. I think that's it, y'all. What is this, like a 10-minute video? Maybe less. Not bad. But if you guys like these little things that I talk about, I think that it's really important because nobody talks about this stuff, and I want to talk about how awkward it is because I'm going through it. So I don't know if you guys have any questions. If you want me to talk about a topic that, you know, is never talked about, I really want to dive into that, because why close these barriers? Because social media does not want to talk about them. I want to talk about them, and we're only human. And if I'm experiencing it, somebody else probably is too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I am wearing a shirt. I probably should have said that in the beginning. Oh, you might can see it, huh? Whatever. I will be doing a 3-month update on my baby. I will be doing an update on these mini twists, and that's what you guys can look forward to in these next couple weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, hair grease, and we out.